We'll give you all you need to make the best of your day.
On the break of dawn, 32 FM 94.9.
Superlative morning to you anywhere you are, anywhere you're listening. This is 32 FM 94.9 Ibadan, and welcome to the program Break of Dawn Newspaper Review. My name is DELE ADEYANJU.
Good morning to you, and thank you for joining us. A beautiful Monday morning it is. I am OLUTAYO OGUNADE.
I have four papers as usual: the Punch newspaper, the Daily Post's Independent, and Vanguard newspapers.
I'll start from Daily Trust. Niger Governor Kagara victims still with their captors. Police arrest Okorocha for fighting over seized property. Open grazing ban won't end herders' farmers' crisis unless. That's from Governor Fayemi. 7 officers die as NAV plane crashes in Abuja on mission to rescue Kagara abductees. Enough of attacks on schools. Something from the editorial there. Years after Zaria killings, victims of army Shiite clash await compensation. It fell after hitting a mango tree. Witness recount Abuja jet crash. 7 killed as Air Force jet crashes in Abuja. Let's see some more headline from Daily Trust. Death of my son won't deter me from sending others to school, says father of slain Kagara boy. 2023 presidency, Southwest leaders storm Ogun push for Tinubu. Lobby stars uproot pillars 1-0 to halt winless run. Electricity, banking, telecom stop complaints in 2020 consumer agency. 2 burnt to death in Abuja tanker fire. Let's see some more before we check out another paper. Join APC to benefit more. Minister urges Cross River citizens. 2023 PDP will retain power in Zamfara. Lawmaker.
Next is Punch newspaper. Butcher shot dead by gunmen in Delta community. Nigerians have shed enough blood, says Buhari. Abuja plane crash. Residents recount near-death experience. Controversy surrounds Niger students. Workers released. Abducted. Travelers freed. Okorocha attacks Uzodinma as ex-governor. Aides arrested over sealed estate. Power drunk Bello, press secretary orders arrest of Punch reporter. Reps may confirm new service chiefs Tuesday. Cattle dealers threaten strike, alleged killing of members. Joint team sacks IPOP security network from Imo Forest. A petitioned IGP on Abuja invitation over missing cow Ondo chiefs. Amnesty probes staff involvement in contractors vendors fraud. Troops get army chiefs 48-hour ultimatum to clear Matei of terrorists. And Lagos unveils COVID-19 result verification platform. Still taking headlines from Punch. Don't abandon your culture, Oni urges Nigerians. Court unfreezes NCC director, others accounts. 5 Ogun refugees give birth in Benin IDP camp. Abiodun asks federal government to boost security at borders. Group demands release of Rivers mourners kidnapped 5 months ago. Soludo should emulate Okonjo-Iweala, avoid governorship race aspirant. A high divorce rate worries Bayelsa Deputy Governor CJ. Olawepo Hashim warns public officials against unguarded statements. And ex-President Jonathan, former governor, celebrate Ayim at 60. Community policing will end banditry, says Prelate. Insecurity, you have failed as Commander-in-Chief, PDP tells Buhari.
Let's see some more from the Guardian newspaper. Terrorists kill 6, kidnap 19 in Katsina, Kaduna. Terrorists kill 6, kidnap 19 in Katsina, Kaduna. YCE berates Ahmed Lawan over statement on Shasha crisis. Ekiti community raises the alarm over headers incursion into varsity. Huriwa berates Malami over call for headers commission. So from The Guardian, Trump offered Kim Jong-un a ride home on Air Force One. Let's see some more. Petrol pump price dilemma lingers as federal government retained subsidy. Still from The Guardian, Sterling strikes early as leaders Man City sing Arsenal. Some more. Junaid Mohammed, night 4 for stormy petrol from the Sahel. PDP flays Buhari's government for pushing Nigeria into a failed state. Inadequate polling units may mar elections, says INEC. Inadequate polling units may mar elections, says INEC. Still from The Guardian, let's see. This one from the sports side here. Napoli's Osimhen takes knock to head in Atlanta defeat. So your government backs Babbitt's 5A side football tourney there. I still have some more here. New petroleum industry bill matters arise in Okonjo-Iweala triumph of development diplomacy. Let's see another paper.
Moving on to Daily Post newspaper. Kidnapped Kagara students, teachers regain freedom. Plane crash. Air Force personnel were on rescue mission for abducted Kagara students. Presidency. Imo. I have the strongest political structure. Okorocha to Uzodima after arrest. And from Gombe State, Buhari reacts to biliary crisis. Warns questions Muslims against violence. More stories, more headlines from Daily Post. Proda crisis. Dan Onje calls for immediate resignation of Speaker Gbajabiamila. Slams Unwawuba. Boko Haram eliminates ISWAP fighters. Free abducted women. Air Force releases names of officers killed in Abuja plane crash. Police confirm arrest of Rochas. Okorocha. IPOB versus military. Why white garment church leaders were arrested in Olu. Imo government. Biafra group makes claims about Nigerian military plane crash in Abuja. Abuja plane crash. Fani Kayode, Shehu Sani. Others react. Senate President Lawan reacts to plane crash in Abuja airport. Abuja can look like Singapore. Dubai. FCT IRS. A Southwest crisis. Arewa youth ready to expose mastermind. President Buhari reacts to military plane crash in Abuja. Go after this bastards. Tairu orders troops to recapture Mate from Boko Haram in 48 hours. Imo. Police detain former governor Rochas Okorocha. Cryptocurrency ban in Nigeria. CBN SEC to provide level field for investments. Kagara kidnap. Bandits I met didn't kidnap Niger students. Sheikh Gumi. Vaccine. We are doing our best to contain COVID-19. That's from the federal government. Passengers kidnapped in Niger regain freedom. Recession. Osun residents expressed mixed reactions. Igbo nation is not at war with Nigeria. Ohanes and Igbo. And finally, schools abduction. Boko Haram's plot to discourage Western education. Lobika.
Let's see some more from Premium Times. No survivors in military aircraft crash in Abuja Air Force. Ex-Imo Governor Rochas Okorocha arrested. What EFCC officials say about Chair Designate Abdurrashid Bawa. Nigerian Air Force reveals identities of personnel killed in plane crash. APC extends membership revalidation exercise. Panic as Osimhen loses consciousness during Syria march. Abducted passengers in Niger freed. Official major health stories published last week. That you can also find from Premium Times. Mining royalties increase Nigeria's revenue. Insecurity step down or be impeached. Coalition tells Buhari. Aregbesola raises concerns about fair weather people joining APC. AIB confirms aircraft crash in Abuja airport. Official. Listen to the paper.
Vanguard newspaper is next. Breaking abductees of Government Science College Kagara regain freedom. Also, Imo government sent thugs to attack me. Okorocha. NAF aircraft crash. Eyewitnesses narrate pilot's heroics. And of course, breaking. Bandits raise Catholic church homes in Kaduna. Cost of militancy in the Niger Delta. We will place merit above nepotism in teachers' recruitment. Osun Subeb chairman. Refineries. Ensure privatization process is transparent. Atiku urges federal government. Shareholders sue federal government over plan to bury 158 billion naira unclaimed dividend. NDLEA uncovers cannabis warehouse, seizes 17 million naira illicit drugs in Rivers. American same-sex marriage dilemma and democratic universalism. Economists talking to federal government in vain. Rotimi Ajanaku inducted as Enugu government tasks parents on teaching and forcing indigenous languages at home. And of course, I'll take just 5 headlines from Daily Independent newspaper this morning. Nasarawa refuses to replace Musa as MBS GM. Fayoshe anoints Ekiti PDP chairman for 2022 Guba election. 2023 Northerners behind Tinubu's aspiration. Sulaiman and Nigerian universities satellite campuses avenues for sale of certificates. Okay, Bukola.
One more paper on my table here. The Nation newspaper. Senator preaches peace over Shasha market from Kankara to Kagara. DPR, Saki, and Quest for Transparency. Nigeria, Makinde takes over medical bills of injured victims. Let's see some more here. Could see why I gave cash goats to aged others. Why I gave cash goats to aged others. As the man that's called Odidiomo. Okay, he gave out Odidiaron. Okay, let's see. Ekiti 2022, Fayoshe endorses PDP chair Kolawole for governor. Electrification inauguration for Badagry. Kwara APC youth groups disagree over conduct of registration. I take that again. Kwara APC youth disagree over conduct of registration. CBN to inject 118 billion naira into discos. Chief of Air Staff gives troops 48 hours to recapture Mate. Akeredolu, I will build on success of first term. Let's go on a break now. It's the Breakdown newspaper review.
Every day is another chance to do it all over again.
Get the best of starts on the Break of Dawn. 32 FM 94.9.
lọ mú àpò débi tí ebílì ṣe àìpò méjì fún mi.
Máàmì méjì báwo.
Torí pé màá fi kan rẹ àwọn aṣọ funfun yìí màá fi kan tó kún pa gbogbo kòkòrò.
Ṣùgbọ́n èmi ò rí kòkòrò bíbá ẹ̀ máàmì.
Wo wọ́n kéré débi pé o ò lè fojú rí wọn ṣùgbọ́n wá ìdí nìyẹn tọkàn mi fi balẹ̀ lórí bílíìṣì àìpò láti pa wọ́n pátápátá.
Jẹ́ káṣọ funfun rẹ funfun sí i kí lè rẹ sì bọ́ lọ́wọ́ kòkòrò àìfojúrí tí ń fa àìsàn. Agbára àfọ̀mọ́ tó wà nínú bílíìṣì àìpò yóò pa gbogbo kòkòrò àìfojúrí pátápátá.
Hello, good afternoon. How may I help you, please?
Yes, I would like to buy data to watch plenty videos. You know now, music, sports, in short, everything on YouTube.
What is your budget, sir?
As low as possible.
Well, how does 50 naira for an hour sound?
50 naira for 1 hour? Ha! Talk true!
Yes, with Glow YouTube plan, you can stream all your favorite YouTube videos for as low as 50 naira.
Hey, what do I do?
Simply dial *777# to get started.
Get the super affordable YouTube time-based plans from Glow and start feasting on your favorite YouTube videos for as low as 50 naira for 1 hour during the day and 50 naira for 5 hours at night. Dial *777#, select data, select social bundle, and select YouTube to choose the Glow YouTube plan that's just right for you.
Glow Unlimited.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Yes, cavities out!
Now the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
It's a happy feeling when receiving all of the love coming from family.
So many recipes, creating memories, every day and every night, bonding families,
yeah. 60 years of joy, giving love, so much for you. Quality, Golden Penny is you, Golden Penny is me, Golden Penny is at the heart of the family. Golden Penny is you, Golden Penny is
is celebrating 60 years at the heart of the family.
Heart of the family.
My head's so far away.
Mornings are for dreamers.
I'm a dreamer, yes, I'm a dreamer. Oh.
The break of dawn for champions.
Champion, 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 champion.
On 32 FM 94.9.
Thank you for staying tuned. 32 FM 94.9 Break of Dawn newspaper review. Of course, we go to the analysis now. Dr. OLUTAYO joins us on the program. Is a lecturer and a lawyer at the Lake City University. Good morning to you, Dr. OLUTAYO.
And top of the day to you.
Okay, so my name is OLUTAYO. OGUNADE, DELE, ADEYANJU is right here too.
All right, good morning. Thank you so much for being part of our show today. All right, Dr. OLUTAYO, residents thought it was a bomb blast, but by the time it all subsided, 7 lives were lost, and they said the casualty would have been more. Yesterday was another sad day in the history of this country when 7 soldiers died in a plane crash in Abuja.
Yes, quite unfortunate, and as you said, tragic and also sad at the same time. Of course, our thoughts, of course, are with their families at this time, and of course, the brave men of the Nigerian military. But one of the things I noticed was that almost immediately after the crash, there were a lot of onlookers rather than first responders, just taking pictures, and just some of them were quite horrified. And eventually, of course, the first responders got there, but by that time it was too late. Even if they got there earlier, we're not even sure it will be. I mean, questions have to be asked. The Nigerian military, the Air Force is investigating to find out what occurred. But it's quite clear that they were on active military duty when it happened. These are Cindy Orca's planes. I'm not sure whether they're the old generation or the new generation, but whatever the case might be, I'm sure investigations will take place. It happened on the edge of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. So they were almost, home and dry. I mean, they turned back, but they were almost home and dry. And so, but unfortunately, they didn't make it.
All right, not insinuating anything. These guys were on a surveillance mission to Niger State over the Kagara abduction.
Yes.
It is brought to mind also the case of Tolulokpe Arotele the other time, who was also going on a similar mission. How can we forestall occurrences like this?
Well, I think one of the bane and one of the problems with that, Nigeria generally, not just the military, is maintenance. And of course, if you're going on missions, you have to be sure that those equipments, those planes, what you use, the weaponry, are checked, maintained, maintained again, examined, and so on and so forth. And so that's part of, what must be considered. And then ad hoc missions, you have to be very clear that when you're doing ad hoc missions that you have the equipment, you have the weaponry to carry through. We don't know that there was foul play. I mean, nobody's suggesting it because no investigation has been completed. But we will wait again to see the end of the investigation, whether there's anything to tell us, whether it's sabotage, whether it's maintenance issues, or whether indeed it's an attack by the enemy, as some people initially thought.
Well, we have to watch it as a nation. We can't be losing our best hands, our young minds and hands to occurrences like this.
Yes, we've lost in recent times many young ones, and those young ones are the future. And if we do not protect them, then we ask, where is our future?
All right, I can see something on Sheikh Gumi there from Delhi.
Yeah, he said the bandits didn't kidnap Niger students. So eventually, those people were released, the students, the workers, everyone. But let me take one paragraph there. Popular Islamic scholar Ahmed Gumi has said the bandits met in Niger State are not responsible for the abduction of 27 students of Government Science College in Kagara. Gumi said the bandits told him that they had no hands in the abduction of the students. So who did?
So, well, according to Gumi, their word is their bond, and he absolutely believes them. I don't see any basis for believing whether or not they captured, and I don't think he can be saying, stating and referring and reporting what they said as gospel. But if they didn't, then who did? I mean, there are many bandits going on, or whatever we call them these days, terrorists, around Niger State and beyond. So it could possibly be any of those groups. You would also ask the question, why would they deny it? You understand? when they could easily, admit it and possibly collect some of the ransoms that some people are suggesting has been distributed, not confirmed, but that's what's been suggested. But it's quite clear that Gumi has an insight, he has an inroad. Gumi, of course, is an ex-military officer, medical doctor also, before he became an Islamic went into Islamic jurisprudence. But one of the striking things about Gumi is said that they should give all these characters amnesty, and it's tried to equate them with the Niger Delta situation where they were given amnesty. And a lot of people have said, well, you ask for people with these weapons, kidnapping, to be given amnesty, and when people are protesting in places like Lekki Tollgate and so on and so forth, you round them up, you understand? And in some instances, if you believe what the press says, you kill them, So people are asking, why? Why do you treat them differently? So those are the questions the government really has to grapple with.
What amnesty is even greater than repentance, true repentance?
Yes, I mean,
from the bandits themselves.
Yes.
I think if they want amnesty as solicited for by Gumi, they should hands down, arms down, even flee.
But my own view is that true repentance means that they have to reveal their location, they have to reveal their network, they have to reveal their logistics.
Gumi knows.
Is it not interesting, Dr. Jodokun, that our military operatives are still in search of the abductors or the bandits here? They can't even locate their location. Gumi knows.
Yes.
And we don't know what we're doing with that information.
Yeah, Gumi knows, and he knows, and yet the government is not dealing with him. I think it's characteristic of the way this government operates, where the right hand doesn't necessarily know what the left hand is doing, and you have a disjointed approach to issues. And under normal circumstances, Gumi would have been invited by the DSS for debriefing. What you go is when you go into a terrorist hideout or whatever, you're invited by the security forces, to debrief. Let us know what you know, you understand, and tell us. But Gumi is still walking around, there's no debriefing, there's nothing. So it's double standard, so many will say.
Was there a time Obasanjo visited Boko Haram's den?
Yes, it did. Yes. And in fact, he came back, he was debriefed, because there might be some useful information that the military intelligence or DSS are able to pick up. But they're treating this as some kind of, as if we're in a normal situation. And we're not in a normal situation from that point of view. And for Gumi to go out and walk in and out, you understand, there must be some facts, some information that he has, which may be able to aid the fight against these bandits or the terrorists, as we may refer them to.
We can't allow Nigeria slide into what you call banditocracy.
Well,
where you have, bandits taking over, and you have elements that you can't even vouch now as it came. In this sense, negotiating with bandits on our behalf, using our money.
But it's not too late. Is it not too late? Because you see governors of some states saying that herdsmen should be allowed to carry AK-47. That is their right. Apart from negotiation.
Figurative.
Yes.
He said he used it in a figurative manner.
Oh, figurative manner. Well, I wonder what it means in actuality then. You understand? But to the man on the street and to the herdsmen, the message they got is that their AK-47 is their right, and it's something that should be carried around. As you said, we are normalizing discussions, negotiations. We are making these terrorists, these bandits, we are making them acceptable, from that point of view. And no sane society, will elevate the discourse or elevate negotiations with terrorists into the mainstream. And what we're doing is we are mainstreaming violence, we are mainstreaming kidnapping, and we are mainstreaming the breakdown of law and order in this country, which is quite unfortunate. And that's no way to progress a nation.
Now, Doctor, what do you think changed? Briefly, what do you think changed in Gumi? Do you think he's been indoctrinated or something? Maybe he's been apologetic to these bandits or been sympathetic to them?
Well, I don't know. Would we say Gumi has changed? All I know is that Gumi is a well-bred, thoroughbred academic when it comes to Islamic matters from that point of view. I think he's been blindsided. I think basically he wants to see the good in them. I think basically Gumi, of course, whether he likes it or not, even though he's been quite neutral many a times, even supporting Bishop Kuka in some instances. I think in these instances that they've had him, you understand. Some will say that he's sold out basically, and he sees that the only way to preserve probably the interest of the North, you understand, is to come to some kind of, negotiated settlement. And I think Gumi thinks that the banditry is so deep ingrained in the society because of poverty and because of other factors that the only solution is to come to accommodation with them. In fact, the only solution is to surrender to them to a certain extent. And we all know where surrender will lead us to.
Okay, let's move on to this particular one. The Yoruba Council of Elders, YCE, has berated the Senate President, Dr. Ahmad Lawan, for accusing Southwest governors and leaders as responsible for ethnic crises and killings in the region.
I don't know what Ahmed Lawan, what side of the bed he woke up from when he made that statement. But I want to believe that it was misquoted. But if it wasn't misquoted, I think he fired from the wrong side of the barrel. It's quite clear that he didn't give it in-depth analysis. And it's quite clear that what he's done is pigeonhole a lot of governors, pigeonhole both the PDP and indeed the APC, because in the Southwest we don't just have the APC in government. But it was quite extraordinary, you understand, that in saying that, you understand, it's relegated some members of his political party, most of them the APC governors, you understand, to the other side in terms of cooperation with violence. In fact, what he's done is label them as enablers of the terrorists. And I think it's rather unfortunate for the President of the Senate to say that. It doesn't bring about solution to the problem. It doesn't bring about a way forward. And one would say, what exactly was his objective? Some would say maybe he was playing some mischief.
Is there an agenda?
Well, it appears there's an agenda. It appears that somebody is trying desperately to bring the South and the North, you understand, to clash together, you understand. Of course, we already know that the fizzles and the undercurrents of separation and so on and so forth are already there. But I think desperately some politicians are trying to use it, not just use it for now, but use it for 2023. For whatever reasons. The problem is that 2023, if this country continues on that trajectory, 2023 will not be an electoral process. It will be another process. I hope not. You understand? It will be a process which consumes the country itself and consumes the politicians. And I think it's advisable for them to cool temper. It's advisable for them to watch their language. And it's advisable for them to be more circumspect. I expect the President of the Senate to be very circumspect in the statement that he issues.
All right. Now we know some people are feeding fat on this divisive, arrangement that we currently have.
Yes.
How can we tackle this issue? Some have also called for restructuring, bringing it up again. That we need to really restructure this country now.
No, there's no doubt about that. That the elephant in the room continues to be restructuring. That without restructuring, we ain't going anywhere. We are not making any progress. But you see, the problem we have when we talk about restructuring here is that we have to have somebody who's in charge of the center, leading it. As we speak today, we have nobody in the center. And so the whole idea of restructuring is all over the place, But what is quite clear is that if we don't handle restructuring, you understand, we are not going to make any progress. We are not going to surmount violence. We are not going to surmount economic issues and so on and so forth. So I think restructuring is the thing that we must deal with. Even before the next elections. We cannot walk into the next elections with the same kind of structure that we've had. I know we've had it before, but I think with the violence pervading every sector of Nigeria, I think it's even more vital that the issue of restructuring comes to the table. In fact, El Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State, said 10 items should immediately be moved from the exclusive list of the federal government, province to the concurrent list, which means that even in parts of the north, they recognize that without restructuring, we're actually going nowhere.
Except that looks like we speak from both sides of the mouth at times.
But sometimes people have cast their eye to political advantage, even when they're saying things.
You take the message, all right? Leave out the messenger. Ex-Imo governor Rocha Okorocha arrested. Mr. Okorocha is accused of trying to forcefully unseal his wife's hotel, which was sealed by the Imo state government. We'll be back in a bit. Please stay tuned.
32 FM
94.9.
Charles!
Yes, mommy?
Go and bring 2 sachets of hypo bleach for me.
Why 2?
Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs.
But I can't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them. But they are there. And that is why I trust only hypo bleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of hypo bleach.
Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ nípasẹ̀ ìròyìn BBC ní Yorùbá. Nítorí kí o tó lè tayọ, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n. Ní ìmísí pẹ̀lú àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìròyìn láti ibi àti káàkiri àgbáyé. Nígbà tí o bá ní ìmọ̀ nípa ohun tó ń lọ ní àgbáyé, o lè ṣe ohunkóhun. Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ. Wá BBC News Yorùbá kàn.
Why una dey do her like this now? She offend una.
Mommy, what is it? Why are you crying?
Ejiro, people heartless oh. See wetin they dey do Anita.
Mama, who is Anita?
My dear, just leave Mama. Oh, she's in a world of her own with this movie she's watching on Airtel TV. You too can get special streaming 500 MB data for just 100 naira to stream movies, series, music videos, and more. The best part is, you don't have to use your main data. Just dial *141 *106 hash now.
Hey, Mama, Anita don't see better man Mario. Just look at God.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Lights, camera, Laycon.
No, it's not an act. This is my life for all to see. In the bright lights, see blessings how they follow me. From small beginnings to big brother. From the chances I take to the inspiration I give others. I am a rapper, a singer, a winner. I am an icon. So when they turn the lights on, they see that I am Laycon.
Watch I Am Laycon, a brand new Showmax original reality series. Only on Showmax.com.
32 FM
94.9.
All right, welcome back. 32 FM 94.9. Break Dawn newspaper review. The police in Imo State on Sunday arrested Rocha Zokorocha after a fracas over the ceiling of a hotel belonging to the former governor's wife. The photo being circulated on WhatsApp showed the former governor sitting along a corridor of a building that looks like a police station. Does it still enjoy some immunity? What is it called?
Immunity,
Yeah,
yes.
immunity.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it doesn't enjoy immunity from anything. He may have had a political status, or still may have political status because it's a senator of the Federal Republic. But whatever immunity he had ceased when he stopped being the governor of that state. I think he miscalculated because you cannot take laws into your hands. No matter how unfairly treated you feel you in the state has behaved towards you. Going there and sealing those properties, he shouldn't have done that, because there could have been a breakdown of law and order, in the state. In fact, there was a lot of destruction. I don't put the blame solely on his side. I think the governor also could have handled the situation better, but the governor would claim that he went through the due process. What he did was that he sealed the property, he's gazetting it, and then there's going to be a judicial inquiry.
Isn't that why we have so many governors after the expiration of their tenure? They wanted somebody who aligns with them to keep on power so that they will still hold on to those powers. They don't want things like this to happen.
And benefits.
Yes. A lot of them want to protect whatever situations or whatever circumstances that they've left behind.
And good as they've enjoyed, they want to keep them, maintain them.
And their status, of course, and they want to be treated as emeritus governors and so on and so forth. But that's not happening here, from that point of view. The Uzodima is of the APC, I believe. But what's also interesting is this present governor is of the APC, I also believe.
Well, that doesn't.
No, what I'm trying to say is that, you see, the way the political parties operate now, it's not like in the good old days. There are no political parties. They will just have centers of power within political parties, and people do whatever they want, just fiefdoms within political parties. And that's the problem we have. We don't have a cohesive political party, either at the federal level, or even in the PDP or the APC. You understand? And that doesn't aid good governance. But what we have is we have some permanent interests. We have northern interest, and we have southern interest. That's what's manifesting through all these political parties.
And most times we hear Governor Tayo Ogunade anoints incoming governor Dele Adeyanju. Anointing. I think anointing.
Misuse word, isn't it?
Misuse of words. Anoint Dele Adeyanju as a successor. So he wants to keep Dele Adeyanju as a stooge so that he directs the state affairs and all that. And all those things won't take us anywhere.
It won't take us anywhere. I think in a democracy, once you've done your bit, once you've ruled, once you've executed your programs, You should sit back, move on, and allow somebody else to take it to the next level.
Move on to the Senate, because that's the retirement.
And that's part of the problem.
But is the
isn't it?
incumbent also trying to victimize Rochas Okorocha?
Well, some may argue that it is, you understand, and maybe Okorocha remains a huge political figure within the state. And sometimes what you try to do is to neutralize, you understand, so that at least you can have your own space. You have to remember the way that Uzodimma got there. It wasn't a straightforward electoral situation. It wasn't at all. It was through the courts, you understand. And some would say that his political strength and his political basis there may not even be that significant, from that point of view. But be as it may.
He is the governor.
Yes, that's what I said. Be as it may, is the governor. He has executive authority, and he has, for now, the ear of some people within the presidency.
Aregbesola raises concerns about fair weather people joining APC.
Well, I think they're beginning to squeak now, aren't they? They're beginning to squeak. Obviously, it's quite clear that the APC is not favoring some interests, particularly in the southwest. And of course, they're beginning to recognize that all kinds of characters have always joined the APC. It didn't happen today. People have decamped, from PDP to APC and from other political parties. It's always happened, you understand? So what's Aregbesola playing at this point in time? I would say really that it's some kind of silent shot around across the bow to say that, some moves are being made, without going on record because we don't have the information. But I would suggest that APC may not be what it should be come 2023.
All right, I have a report here from Oyo State. I think we have to just talk about it briefly. Oyo to offset 4-year workers' promotion arrears. The Oyo State government has disclosed that it would offset the promotion arrears of its workforce that has stagnated for 4 years, saying there would be no more disparity in elevation of workers in the state. That means some workers have had their promotion letters for 4 years, but no payment.
Well, I think what you must commend Sheyi Makinde for, at least one thing you must commend, that when it comes to the economic and financial husbandry of the state, he's done pretty well. He's risen the IGR, he's been able to pay 13th month salary, and he's going on recruitment, bringing more people into the workforce. So at least on that side of things, he's doing remarkably well. And I think all he's trying to do is remove anomalies, because it wasn't normal for that to happen, and he's trying to restore good governance in that area at least. Give him that. We must give him that.
All right, we open the phone lines now, and we take calls from you, dear listener. 0906 200949 0809 7949. Petrol pump price dilemma lingers as federal government retained subsidy.
Yes, there was a time when they said subsidy, they would get rid of it, but they found out that it would be politically disastrous and politically suicidal to get rid of subsidy. Apart from that, the costs are piling up in other areas, in other sectors. And so getting rid of subsidy at this time may do incalculable damage to the economy. So where are we today? We're still not sure. IMF wants us to get rid of it entirely. IMF uses the word deregulation, but at the same time, IMF is not the one that wears the shoe in Nigeria and experiencing constant inflation. Our inflation today is about 15.6%. Imagine petroleum going up at the same time. Oil price, pump price. Imagine the kind of inflation we would get.
All right, Nigerians to know fate and pump price tomorrow. So we know how much we'll be buying fuel now.
Well, so the saga continues. So tomorrow will tell us whether we're going to be 160, 162 or whatever it is. Of course, that brings uncertainty to the market. And the consequences, of course, is that there's going to be less money in the pocket if it goes up. Not just less money in the pocket, inflation, transport fares going up, and also those kind of things associated with making life harder for Nigerians.
Okorocha's arrest, an act of victimization. Buhari is doing exactly opposite of his promised actions. We know what he is only for his people. God save Nigeria, Prince Don Kasali from Goiwe. Good morning. Arresting Senator Okorocha, though not proper, but the action will practicalize to our careless and dormant lawmakers in Nigeria how police relate with common men on the street. Sometimes in Nigeria, Prince Waligiwa also there. Okay.
I think he's trying to say that that's what the common man experienced in the hands of
yes, on a daily basis.
Right, okay. 0906 2009 49 0809 7949.
Now, Dr. Jedok, have you observed that we have police back in action? And how do I mean? They are back at checkpoints, a kilometer to another, especially if you travel to I traveled to Oshogbo, traveled to Ilesha. I've not been to Lagos recently, but like one post, even around Felele, you find them there extorting money again. We have to just call a spade a spade. I think they have not learned some lessons.
I think we have to be careful here. I traveled to Iwo yesterday, and I saw the policemen being placed strategically. But I must confess to you, I didn't see any extortion going on. I just saw them being placed at strategic roles, and of course, the customary shaking of hands.
And you stayed there for like 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
No, I'm just saying that I didn't visually.
Okay.
The visual wasn't there for me.
Right.
But yes, the point you made is that it seems it's business as usual now, and it seems as if the lessons learned, the lessons that should have been learned, haven't been learned. You know, of course they were traumatized. Of course they withdrew. But they're now back, and it seems to be business as usual, which is rather unfortunate. And I think it will continue to be business as usual if they continue to live in those kind of conditions they live in, they continue to get those salaries they live in, and they continue to get work, the kind of work environment. You need to see the work environment of some of them. I think except those situations are addressed and dealt with, they continue to visit their frustrations on the Nigerian people.
And we don't want any NSAS whatever again. So
we certainly don't want the violence that accompany the NSAS. If there must be protest, then let it be peaceful and let it be effective, not violence and not a breakdown.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Adeyanju. I'm from UI. You have said so many things that one would have loved to comment on everything, but I would love to about the post now and comment on the issue of Aregbesola. Yeah, I love that one very, very well when I saw it yesterday. You know, there's something they call a reward of bad of your work, whether it's good or not. When the election in Osun State took place, the whole world knew that the election, who won the election. But they use their power, they connive, they will use them, they cancel election, and they call it a rerun. And they terribly and dangerously rig the winner out of that election. The person defeated them and embarrassed them and trapped them. They still went to court, they used everything the power they had. But thank God now, the same person has now, they are now solving for it. You now see how they will end their relationship, and all of them will end the embarrassment, the shame they will face. In fact, most of them will be working after they leave office. They will be stoning them. That's the best of today.
All right. Thank you for the call there. Dr. Could it be the defection of Senator Mishore to the APC that made Aregbesola made such comment?
There's no doubt that from the Bolaga's political family and that side of things, there's no doubt that people are unhappy with movements left, right, and center. You know, PDP people like, of course, Omishori are coming back, and some other characters associated with him. There's no doubt that there's unhappiness from that point of view. But I think it goes beyond that.
Sorry, Dr. Wabekola. Good morning.
I'm Falodu calling from Papa Dodo.
All right, go on.
On what I've just read this morning, I think community policing will be better for this country. Police cannot be securing everybody. Army cannot be securing everybody. What is their population? They don't have the manpower. But when you are able to secure ourselves, to be backed up by police, I think that's the best way to secure this country. That's the only way. Then even on this show that Nigeria is a failed state. Nigeria is not a failed state. To me personally, but unfortunately Nigeria is in a sorry case. That's call it. It's not a failed state. And why we are in sorry case? Because the constitution we are operating doesn't recognize national cohesion. It doesn't recognize national cohesion. The constitution, it doesn't recognize national cohesion. It only recognizes personal interest. That's the reason why we are having this type of problem. Until we change this constitution, Nigeria will continue to be speaking grammar and be speaking grammar that lack action. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you for your call there, Mr. Falodun. Well, he said we speak a lot of grammar in Nigeria, but no action. 0906 2009 49. Hello, good morning. The line dropped.
Yeah, you're talking about Aregbesol's comment. I think he's scared of some people coming to take over the structure of the party.
The call is there. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
It's Mr. Bolaji from Akobo. Aregbesola is afraid of Omishore. They are from the same senatorial district, Ife-Ijesa zone. Aregbesola wants to go to the Senate. Omishore wants to go to the Senate. So he's crying wolf where there is none. Let two of them contest, and we see the result. Good morning, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Romeo.
Romeo is coming back.
Yeah, that seems to make sense. But I still think that it goes beyond that. I still think it's about 2023. And it's about the presidential ambitions of Tinubu. That's honestly what I think.
Are you sure Tinubu is contesting? Don't you think Tinubu's moving from north to south campaign or to is just a distraction?
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
It's quite unfortunate that Gumi is now turned to the negotiator between the government and the bandits. Please, we have systemic problem until we restructure the whole system. There is nothing we can do. Good morning, this is Ombasho.
All right, we'll take a break for a message. Thank you, Mbasho, for calling.
Honey, must you go?
Babe, you know I must. Besides, you can always video call me.
Hey, what if your battery runs out?
I've got my power bank.
Hey, and when your power bank runs out?
Babe, I've got my laptop.
Okay, wait. What if your data runs out?
Babe, you know we never run out of data.
Never run out of data with Airtel Home Broadband Unlimited Ultra plans. Enjoy unlimited data with no speed cap plus extra data daily, so you never have to worry about running out. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to get started.
Babe, but I just left the house.
Yes, honey. It's video calling all the way.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ̀ yìí ń kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o ti mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́yìn ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 08168737222.
Lights, camera, Laycon.
No, it's not an act. This is my life for all to see. In the bright lights, see blessings how they follow me. From small beginnings to big brother. From the chances I take to the inspiration I give others. I am a rapper, a singer, a winner. I am an icon. So when they turn the lights on, they see that I am Laycon.
Watch I Am Laycon, a brand new Showmax original reality series, only on Showmax.com.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Keeps cavities out!
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
32 FM
94.9.
All right, 0809 7949 0906 2949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah. God bless you. Me from Ibadan. Yes, Nigeria is living to a failed state already, unless we are deceiving ourselves. That's for that. Then on the constitution or about our leadership, it is not about the structure or the constitution alone, but bad leaders. If we have good constitution, if we have good structure, I will still put somebody like the present president. They will still bastardize this. That's the problem. Leadership is key. Then finally, on Aregbesola, that's sorry, Omolola, they should have said it. They will pay for what they have done. They know what they did during the Adeleke election. Everybody knew. Even the president said it when he went to Osho that they used remote control. Is that a nation? They will all pay for it. All these APC people. Good morning.
That was quite partisan, wasn't it? I mean, but our view is that we want good governance. Our view is that we want justice, we want a sense of fairness, and of course we want peace.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Paula.
I want to talk on the increment, the Oyo State salary stuff. I agree with you totally, but Mr. Makere.
Oh, sorry about that. Caller, please call back. We're expecting your call. You are trying to make a point there. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Morning, sir.
Johnny Joku is my name.
Mr. Njoku.
Yes, thank you. First of all, let me commentate with the families of the deceased Air Force officers in yes, a tragic incident. It's unfortunate. You see, Doctor, there was an information from the senator representing the senatorial district in Niger. So they said that the areas will review the location and the school children and the staff were wearing the military uniform. The same Gumi promised that the advocate will be released either yesterday, and that the criminal demanded that the 4 of their members detained be released for them, just as a sort of swap. Why is he contradicting himself now? On Rogers Okorota, if the wife hotel is filled up by the state government agencies, why will Okorota resort to self-help instead of going to court for judicial intervention? Why is he afraid of approaching the court? Because during his time, the same Okorota disobeyed several court orders. John Njoku is my name, thank you.
Loaded. You heard that right. Okay. 0906 2009 49 0809 7000 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Okay. 0809 7000 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Please pick up.
Hello, Tayo, Tele.
Good morning.
Good morning, John. John, please pick up. Right.
Tayo, we are not serious. As a nation, we are not serious at all. Every day we are losing our soldiers. We are losing human beings. We are not serious. Whatever thing our leaders do, that is what they will reap. Okorocha own have started. Let Areweshola and Oyilola and the other man, let them work it out. Thank you.
I'm not sure Oyilola really features. It's not really involved. So I don't know.
The man just celebrated 70th, but
yes.
he's still in politics.
Well, he's still in politics, but I think he's above the fray. It appears so anyway. It appears so. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name, please?
Yeah, Adeyanju.
Adeyanju, good to have you.
Yeah, I think we should all encourage Gumi. No, Gumi, he is still a cleric. He knew most of these youths who are causing mayhem over there. They might have been the members of his moderate school. So we should encourage him so that if we should preach to them, these people, maybe they may drop their idea of terrorizing people, kidnapping people. That is that. The other one is that PDP need not to tell us that Mr. President has failed. Mr. President has never contested that since all these 5 years plus. So they need not to tell us again. We only encourage Mr. President to please wake up. Things are becoming bad almost on daily basis in Nigeria. As far as security is concerned. The other one is this. We should please beg Mr. Governor for your state. There are graduate teachers who are denied of their promotion while on duty. They have now retired. So Mr. Governor should please not ignore them, not toe the line of the former governor because of political bitterness of that time. So he should include them in whatever he wants to do according to promotion he is trying to implement. Thank you.
Thank you, Abadiemo. I know, Dr. Jedokno, that negotiators also take a fraction of ransom, right?
Well, negotiators in commercial transactions. We're not talking commercial here. We're talking about human transactions, human beings, misery. We're talking about people who basically...
Did we pay any ransom for the Kankara boys?
Well, it's suggested a ransom was paid.
Are these ones just asking for a swap?
No, it suggested that there's some undercurrent, facilitation and all those transactions and logistics and so on and so forth.
Isn't that an indictment on Gumi? Because if those people are members of his madrasa or whatever, that means what does it teach them?
Well, there's speculation that they are members of his madrasa, but he raises the question.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello.
Yes.
Hello, good morning.
You're live. Good morning.
Hello.
Go on.
Hello.
Are you going to preach repentance to a man, in that particular? Hello, good morning.
Hello.
0906 2009 49 0809 7949.
Oh.
Yes. I think most of these people, these bandits, kidnappers.
The call is there. Sorry. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes,
What was that call again?
Oh, no. Most of these kidnappers and bandits are all products of the social economic issues that are going on in Nigeria, particularly in the north. And so they become fertile ground for all kinds of indoctrination, from that point of view. And when they have no stake in Nigerian society, they have no stake in the institutions, the next thing that they turn to is violence in order to achieve their own objective from that point of view. And half-baked, ill-formed ideas about religion, you understand, are layered onto the poverty that they experience, you understand, and they use it for their own benefits.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
This is Happy calling from Monia.
All right.
Yeah, now that Gumi is at the center place between security and insecurity in Nigeria, we should not just download him. Probably if a ministry of banditry can be formed so that Gumi will be the minister, so that there will be a lasting peace in this country. Probably this, what do they call it, of reformation or whatever, through Gumi, since they are above the law over there, we can have a way of penetrating these people for lasting peace to reign in this country. I think the federal government should be considering banditry ministry, like what government Eastern State the other time, Ministry for Enjoyment or whatever. Let such a ministry be created to see if it should be a sort of lasting peace move.
Banditry ministry do? What will it achieve? What will be the remit?
Do we have a ministry for zero hunger in this country? Zero poverty? Do we have?
We have
for education for all? Do we have?
We certainly don't, but we have something called humanitarian something.
Oh, okay.
Well, I understand there is a word such as sarcasm in literature.
Of course. I got that.
Hello, good morning.
I got it.
Hello.
Morning, sir.
Inolaji is my name.
30 seconds, Inolaji.
Well, I just want to appeal to our governors because I saw I'm perceiving them to be one of their major problem of these countries. The governors. You can imagine part of the governor telling us that the bandits are this and that, and they are tired. They need to be given soft landing whatsoever. What happened to the notorious criminals that they have been jailed, presently in detentions now? So please, let all these governors let them try to flashback and try and do the needful. If all local government administration, all the local government duly elected chairmen are functioning, all this banditry, kidnapping, robbery is going to reduce. Let them give autonomy to local government. May God guide our leaders right. God bless statutory effect. Like my name.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being part of the show today. We return tomorrow morning. Dr. Jed Dokun, thank you very much for coming. My name is Dele Adeyanju.
Good morning, dear listener. I am OLUTAYO OGUNADE. Have a great Monday. Bye for now.
Here is
the station admired by other radio stations.
Yes, we are.
32 FM 94.9.